Hi, everyone. I'm just going to shuffle while people show up. I know last time I was on, there was a couple of people here. I don't know how y'all find me. Hi, hi, hi. It says 0 people. Hi. Um, Hi. I'm just going to turn, oh, the camera's back. I'm going to turn half the deck this way. Last time I read, the reading was so bad, I didn't want to read it. But I did do a couple. I did a couple of questions and answers. But the first one, oh, it looked really bad, and I didn't want to read anything negative. Come on. Hi, how are you? It's me again. Hi, it's me again. It's me again, too. Oh, that makes 2 of us. I'm good. How are you? I just took a spiritual bath. Do you have a question that I can answer? Maybe. Do my best. I'm in Maine. Where are you? Have you been here before? I don't remember that name. Are you familiar with tarot? Are you just checking it out? Yes, can we pull a card about my connection with A? What's the future of this connection? I'm from Europe. Okay, so your friend's name begins with an A. We will pull a card. It's the reverse Queen of Cups. That could mean a literal Queen of Cups. Are you male or female? So I can get an idea of who the Queen of Cups might be. I get the Queen of Cups for myself a lot, but it's usually in the upright. In the upright, it means you're male. Oh, do you have a question about the female in your life? The A name? Let's see. Queen of Cups. The shadow side of the Queen of Cups. How's my how's my how's my microphone? It's brand new. I had a couple of technicians next door, I just found out. They're twins. They're 29 years old, and they know everything there is to know about computers. How's the sound? So the shadow seer. Uh, the question was your connection. Well, I can talk about the Queen of Cups in reverse. It says controlling or suppressing emotions, feeling insecure, a need to listen more, irrationality, emotional blackmail, being melodramatic, an opportunity to be responsible for your own emotions. Huh. Oh, it's okay. Well, I just read the shadow side of the queen. It doesn't sound too good. It says somebody might be suppressing emotions. feeling insecure. They have a need to listen more. This sounds like me. Um, being mellow. Is she melodramatic at all? Is she a little melodramatic? And someone has an opportunity to be responsible for your own emotions. Maybe you shouldn't. I'm just throwing it out there, but maybe you shouldn't like leave it all up to A to be responsible for your own emotions. I mean, that's just that's from my experience. That's what people tend to do in relationships. They leave it up to the other person to help them with their emotions. And I have some experience with that. See, I'm not a psychic. I just have a lot of experience and knowledge, I guess you'd say, about relationships. I know a lot about narcissism. The positive side of the Queen of Cups, this is what you want A to be. A to B. That's funny. This is what you like it. It says, my intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. That would be the Queen of Cups, like this, in the upright. And that's how you want all your relationships to be. Um, a lot of times when people are young, they come into relationships wanting the other person to fix them. But we attract what we are, and sometimes we attract the the vibrational level that we're on. Sometimes we attract the opposite of what we are. Like a narcissist will attract an empath, and vice versa. Is any of this making sense to you? I can talk on and on and on about relationships. Let's see if it turns around. Let's pick another card. You're very open hearted. Well, you may be the Queen of Cups because there is no gender in the tarot. I just don't. Well, they're all upside down. Last time this happened, I don't know. I didn't trust it. The Three of Pentacles upside down. I just check it out and see what it is. Because last time I didn't want to read it because they were all in reverse, but I think they were spot on anyway. I just didn't want to read it. I don't like, I like to be positive, but things aren't always positive. I need to see the value you bring into a relationship. Oh, it's me again. It's talking about you. You need to see the value you bring into a relationship. And I think that you do see that. There may be disputes or miscommunication. Someone may be feeling left out. Sometimes a love triangle. There may be a love triangle involved. That's not necessarily true, though. You just take what you need out of this and leave the rest. And there may be a need to make amends. Have you been in a relationship for very long? Yeah, there's no love. Yeah, that love triangle is only for certain people. That's why you pulled back. Because of the miscommunication or feeling left out, or because well, sometimes people bring too much value into a relationship without getting that back in return. That happens a lot. Do you think there's a need to make amends with either one of you? Yeah, miscommunication. Yeah, when sometimes when two people have been in a relationship for a long time, they get stuck either usually not communicating because they think they know the other person really, really well, and they don't give them a chance to like start over every day. Start fresh and don't assume that you know everything about that other person. Like whoever they were yesterday should be like null and void and start fresh. And you can communicate that to them if they're doing that to you. If they're assuming that you're going to be a certain, well, you sound like a pretty good guy actually. If you're good already, then remain that way. Let's pull one more. I usually do three. Another reverse card. Page of Cups in reverse. One of my ones I did for a girl that comes over here and takes me shopping. All her cards were in reverse, and geez, they were all right on point because she had just smashed her expensive Jeep, and she was going bankrupt, and all these bad things happened to her. Some people just aren't having a good time in life. So the Page of Cups in reverse says someone is missing the signs. There's always signs. Everything is a sign. Someone is being overly sensitive. Someone is displaying childish emotions. And someone has blocked creativity. The opposite of the Page of Wands in reverse is the world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. I love that. That's how we should all be in the morning. Wake up in the morning and think, the world is my flourishing oyster, and I am excited to see what happens next. I'll shuffle these up. I'm going to put them all in the upright. Let's see. Mix them up a little bit. I pull mine every day. I pull like half the deck for myself. I always get the same cards in somewhat different order, but I get the same ones every day. Do you have another question? Oh, there's three people here. I wonder who the other people are. Oh, now there's only two people here. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being with me. This camera's like backward. My other webcam wasn't backwards. I have to like, everything's backwards when I look at the camera. I wonder who the other person is that's here. If they'll say hi. Don't be shy. Say hi. I never rhyme, by the way, but that just rhymed. My mother would have appreciated that. Let's see, Europe. Well, England's 5 hours ahead of East Coast time over here. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning where you are. It's 11:30 here, 11:30 at night. The first time I did this, like 3 or 4 people or more jumped right on. It's 6:30 in the morning. What country are you in Europe? I think England is 5 hours behind behind us. Behind or ahead? Like if it's noontime here, it's like supper time in England. Oh, you're in Greece? Wow. I see pictures of Greece once in a while. I get that daily picture on the background of my PC and from Bing, and they show pictures of Greece sometime. Uh, I get all starry eyed over Greece. Maine is beautiful though. Maine is beautiful. My area is having a drought right now. A little bit of a drought. It's supposed to rain all day Friday. I love that movie they made in Greece about the ABBA songs. I think Meryl Streep was in it. Yeah, I don't know who the young people were. Did you see that movie about the ABBA songs? What was that called? I can never think of the name of things. It's 6:30 in the morning. What's the temperature going to be today? I think it's going to be. What's it going to be today? 75 today. A little muggy too. We might get a rain shower. Finally, maybe. See, I could just pull cards for the collective, but I don't know if. Well, I watch those all day long. I see other people do them, but I don't really know how to make a story. I know how to do the question and answer thing. A lot of times I'll pull I can do a personal reading for you possibly with like 6 cards or 9 cards. Do you want to try that? So it would be personal to you. Like when I pull my own cards every day, it's personal. Well, sometimes it might involve a partner that I used to have. Like if somebody's energy is really strong in your energy, that person might come through in your reading. Do you want me to do a personal reading for you? It's me again. Would you like that? I mean, I have to talk to the cards. I have to say, you know, what's going on for it's me again. I have to ask the cards the question. Even though I didn't vocalize that last time, you don't actually have to vocalize it, but oh, we're down to one person. I keep shuffling. Hi, Phantom Punk 007. If it's cool, may I have a reading on what's coming my way soon? Sure. I'll start with 3 cards. See how that works. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Oh, thank you. That's a good card. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Uh, it says it says resisting the inevitable. Are you resisting the inevitable? Not wanting to let go of negative emotions. Rock bottom. Oh no. A narrative rooted in lack and helplessness. Devastating loss and a recovery. Oh my goodness. I guess the Ten of Swords, all in all, is probably not a good card, whether it's in the light or the dark. But it says, I am healing every day. That is true. We're all healing every day. Hopefully. Yeah, yikes. That's what I said. Yikes. Let's pull another one. Knight of Swords in the upright. That's kind of where I am, though, that Ten of Swords in the reverse. I'm resisting the inevitable. I'm not wanting to let go of them. I don't have negative emotions. I have well, they're not really emotions. They're I've been for the last 15 years, about 8 years trying to stay positive. I'm pretty well there, but I'm more into authenticity than anything. Knight of Swords in the upright. It says haste. Haste, I think, means you're in a hurry. He is running. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? He's running. He's being hasty. Streamlined decision making. Like you're focused. It says intelligence, wit, determination, saving the day, the pursuit of excellence, ambition, being assertive, and success. That's a really good card. I had no idea it was that good. Oh wow. Six of Wands in the upright. I usually just do 3 cards, but I can do 6. Six of Wands in the upright. That's it's almost as good as the Star card. It says badass success. Are you a badass? Are you a badass, Phantom 007? You are a badass. I've been getting this. Yeah, no joke. Me too. I get it quite a lot too. Hell yeah. Um, Leadership, accomplishments. Are you a leader? I'm kind of a leader because I'm like, I don't know how much the kids really follow me, but I have 3 boys that I see once in a while. I'm like a matriarch, I guess. I'm 6. I just turned 61 on the 16th. Being seen. You're going to be seen for your accomplishments. You're going to become an influencer. There's victory, optimism, and you're going to inspire others. Does that sound like you, Phantom? Are you an inspiring person for other people? Woohoo! Woohoo! It says, I am worthy of this success, and I am grateful that I am seen. You are seen, 007. I see you. I don't know what all that Ten of Swords was about. Well, I related to that a lot, that Ten of Swords. But then it all turns around. See, they say live one day at a time, but I think it's one moment at a time. Things can change on a dime. But, for the most part, we're all, if we're all doing it the right way, we should all have a focus and have goals. We should have goals. I'm not real good with goals, but they say we all have a purpose. That was solid, yeah. What do you mean they live? They live, they live. I give a lot of, oh, you give a lot of advice at work? That's cool. Young people, how old are you? I find some young people give great advice. I mean, they're not like the young people of the 70s. We were too busy smoking pot. You're welcome. Thanks for sharing this time with me and coming on my channel. You're old. You're in your 30s. Yeah, it's funny when people turn 30, they think their life is over. I'm 61 and I'm just starting. I'm just getting over a knee injury. But I hurt one knee, but both knees went bad on me, and now they're kind of recovering. I went to work last Friday and taped and mudded a room. Wore me out. Get better every day. Every day. It's either get better or get worse, and it's a choice. Choices. It's about the choices I make. Sometimes they're not so good, but you fall back a little bit, you get back up, you go ahead a lot. You fall back a little, you go ahead a lot. Life is like a wave. You, I see. You see what? It's so hard being on this end and just seeing like life is a roller coaster. Oh, it sure is. Sure is. And I don't help it any. I don't help it to calm down. I'm the one saying faster, faster. So I was never one to ride a roller coaster. Not me. But I would jump out of an airplane at this point in my life. I used to be afraid to get on a plane till somebody told me in 2010 when I had to get on a plane. I'd have to, but if I wanted to go to Florida, I did. That the pilot doesn't want to die any more than I want to. And that just clicked. That clicked. I always need things to click. I always need to have those aha moments. That's on your bucket list? Skydiving? Yeah, with a parachute. Yeah, it's on mine now. I Somebody's mentioned it earlier in the day. It was in one of my tarot readings today. That's funny, and it came up again. That synchronicity, because you brought it up after somebody said that I was going to do it. Yeah, synchronicity. That's cool. Yeah, everything's a sign though. Like me and you being in the same room is a sign, or it's a synchronicity, which is a sign. It's all the same, yeah. Take a leap. That's what they've been telling me. Me being on here tonight is taking a little bit of a leap. Take Makes for a cool. Yeah, if you sky does make for a cool story. Yeah, yeah. I got a lot of cool stories. They come to me. Depends on what I'm talking about. I've done some crazy stuff in 61 years. Fun stuff. I've done some pretty horrible, horrific, sad stuff too. I don't think about those though. I don't think about them. And if I do, they're not sad anymore. I'm over it. I pretty much masticated my life. Do you know what that word is, masticated? Somebody used that in a movie once. This old lady and this younger. Is that movie about? They were related to the Kennedys. It was a true story about a young woman and an older woman living in a like a mansion, but they weren't taking care of it, and they had no money to take care of it. And the old woman said to the young woman one day that she masticated her life, like chewed it up and spit it out. And I kind of woke up realizing, but I'm not done yet. I need to keep on masticating. We all have. Well, I hope we all have. I hope we all have. I mean, in our own way, I suppose we do. Yeah. Some people seem a little more subdued than others. Some people are sheltered. I was sheltered till I was about 5 years old. I used to be shy, but then I got shoved into the AA program in 1992. They make you talk out loud in those programs. First, they make you say your name in front of a bunch of people, which I had a hard time with. Introverts. Some people are introverts their whole life. They need to go to AA whether they're drunk or not. They should go to AA and learn how to talk. There are people that do that. They go to AA just because they like the people. They like the attitude of the room. But different areas can have different attitudes. I went to Florida AA. It was completely different than Maine AA. Oh, Fight Club. I gotta watch that movie. I watched a movie the other day. I don't watch very many movies. Like in my whole life, I haven't watched a whole lot of movies. I watched John Wick. That pulled me right in for some reason. Well, the actor. That actor's a pretty good actor, so I figured it had to be a good movie. Guy goes to AA and self-help groups because he can't sleep and gets addicted to them. Oh, really? Really? Well, they say AA is another form of addiction, and I that is true for some people. They go their whole life. I'll definitely watch that. I watched with a when I was in AA. I watched I think it was the Nicolas Cage movie where he tries to like drink himself to death. I think that was the premise. So me and this other sober alcoholic watched that movie, and we just thought it was so lame. Like he didn't drink enough alcohol to even to even get through the F one after. It was ridiculously little how much he drank compared to what me and this other guy drank. But I guess it's not how much you drink, it's what you do when you're drinking and what your attitude is and your character. John Wick was awesome. Yeah. You know what I Googled yesterday? I said, what kind of people like movies that like John Wick? I wanted to find out why I watched that. Because I'm not usually into the gruesome stuff. Yeah, he wanted people to listen to him, but he was really hurt. He was really hurt. Emotional pain. After the meetings, he, I guess, feels a weight of him enough to. Oh, you're talking about the Fight Club. that you're talking about. Oh, was Canoe Reeve, was he in Fight Club? Well, in John Wick, he was like emotionally upset over losing his girlfriend, and then the dog. I mean, I totally related to that. Not the dog. Like, who cares about the car, but the dog? Really, that was hurtful. I could. Have you ever watched Charles Bronson movies? They're a lot like John Wick. Charles Bronson's got some movies like John Wick. Yeah. Like I think they killed his wife in one of them, and it was just like John Wick. He just went on a tear. Charles Bronson was big in the 70s. Right, it was the only thing that connected him to. But in the end, it was like he just went out and got another dog. Which to me that like, oh geez, I don't want to compare it to my first husband, but I said something about my first husband one day, and you know, uh, and these two sons we have together. And my sister said, if you didn't marry him, you would have just married another alcoholic. And I would have. I've been with quite a few fellow alcoholics. So it was like the dog, like it. She gave him the puppy, but any any puppy's fine, you know, because it was still he used when he got the new dog, it was still a symbol of her. Oh yeah, her gift to move on, and yeah, but he did move on when he got the other dog. Yeah, I just said that, and then I read your comment. Yeah, yeah. I'm finally kind of moving on in my life from, oh, okay. They call it mental illness, but I had anger issues. But it is a lot more involved than that. But they labeled me as a schizophrenic, which, come to find out, it's not really schizophrenia. It's we create our reality. That's really what it was. What country are you in? 007. I'm in Maine. Chicago. Chicago, Chicago. I know a guy that lives in Portland. I worked for him. I painted an apartment for him, and he was from Chicago. He's got a used record store. He loves it. He's passionate about used records. Oh, we see what we want to see. Yeah. A lot of people tell me to, we, which is a good thing. We should see what we want to see and make it good. If we're dreaming, make it a good dream. Make it colorful and bright and happy and fun and lush and green and delicious and soft and warm, and it's all about perspective. Yeah. I had to fake it till I made it. I did do that for a while, but and then the information came to me through tarot, Oh, people like Abraham Hicks. People like Michael Beckwith, if you know him. People like Joe Dispenza. I guess there's a lot of young people too. I'm getting to like Joe Rogan, and I had an issue with Joe Rogan for a long time, but I got into the conspiracies trying to figure out what my so-called schizophrenia was. So it led me down the conspiracy road. I'm not into conspiracies. Although this is a new conspiracy coming back around again with the planes flying over the house. I don't know why they started doing that to me again about I don't know about a week or two ago. It looked like I got a picture of it. Like planes went behind the trees like you know how they leave a white line behind them? It looks like they hit each other and crashed behind the tree line. I took a picture of it. Oh, it's a lady. Well, Abraham is somebody that uh, is the person that she is bringing through. She's those people that talk to people on the other side. It's a lady. Her name is Esther Hicks. Is her real name is Esther. Yeah. So it's she's bringing through a man named Abraham, and I mean it could be the Abraham from the Bible. It could be somebody like I guess they don't really have names on the other side, so she named him Abraham. They see Esther and Jerry. Jerry was her husband. He passed away. Esther and Jerry was reading the Seth Chronicles or the Seth books. I think they're the Seth Chronicles. I'm not sure. And this other lady was talking to somebody named Seth on the other side. Like, I don't know, back in the 60s maybe. So he was getting into that. And then Esther started getting into it. And they started meditating. And that when Esther went into a couple 20-minute meditations, she hooked up with Abraham. Well, Esther and Abraham are the same person. Well, Abraham is from the other side. Abraham comes through Esther, and Esther talks, but it's really Abraham that's talking. It's like Bashar. Do you follow Bashar? Do you know who Bashar is? Bashar does that. A lot of people are doing it. Bashar is real. I didn't like Bashar when I first saw him, but I really, really like Bashar now. I really like him a lot. He may be my favorite. Yeah, look up Bashar. Bashar. You might not be ready for him. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this, but I was in your algorithm, so thank you. Well, I'm going to sign off now. Oh, there's two other people here. Well, if they want to talk, I'll talk to them. If not, I'll sign off. Thank you so much. Bye, Phantom. Enjoy. Enjoy your supper. Very good company you are. Does anybody else have any questions? See, there's still three people here. Does anybody want to say hi, ask a question? I've been on for 45 minutes. I'm probably gonna, okay, I'll end it. Thanks, you guys. See you next time.